Hey, Roxy, there's a hole in our backdrop. Well, hey, rail fans and model railroaders. Welcome back to another episode of Getting Back on Track with Steve
and Roxy. We've got a lot of work today, so
let's get this work done. So we've been working on this great river scene, and we got a lot done down in here. But to move forward on this scene, we need to be able to build up the mountain in this area, and we want to create the slope from the upper level down to the river area all along here. So before we can put this mountain in place, we have a turnout here, and we're going to need to put a hole in this backdrop so that we can eventually put our yard around the back side of the layout. So let's go on over to the other side and talk about how we're going to do that. All right, welcome to the back side. So here, we need to understand where we're going to be making our cutout. So I've gone ahead and marked a line at the height that we need our tunnel to be, which is just over 3 inches, the same as what's our portal, and how much distance from the back edge of the layout to where the line's going to run. So we've calculated that distance, and we made our marks here, we made a mark here, but I also want to round this corner out because I feel like if we just put a straight cut in here, that's going to cause stress right here in our backdrop, and we don't want to end up with stress cracks in it. So we're going to go ahead and curve the cut here, and we need to support the bend here. There's a lot of pressure on these bends. So I fashioned a flat piece and a 2x4 with a 45 cut on it. That way, once we make the cut, we can place that up here. And we've also fashioned another board that when this piece is cut free, it's going to come back this way. So we want to go ahead and support that board here. So with all this planning in place, let's get this work done. All right, now with the hole cut out, we got a way to get to the back side of the backdrop off the rails. The next step, we need to cut foam for the mountain. So an easy way to cut the foam and get your curve for your backdrop, take your piece of foam, set it up on top and just position it, and check it with a marker across here. That way you can get the arch you need for your backdrop. So now you can see here, we got a nice curve cut out. We'll cut that out with the jigsaw. Should fit up there perfectly. Okay, so here we're gonna check our fit. Oh yeah, that fit in there really nicely. So the next thing is you can come in here is we need to cut the inside curve of this. So to do that, you can just come in here, tap it down, and it'll make the mark of your track. So now I know I need to cut just outside of that line all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect, because this is going to be an embankment and part of the mountain that's going up that way. So I'm just going to take my Sharpie. I'm going to mark that line out. So now I just need to cut outside. So you remember it was in here. So I need to come on inside because this would put it right up on the rails. So I need to account for the cork road bed and a little space besides that. All that explanation, and still I cut it on the wrong side of the line. Okay, so there's our piece. Now the only other thing we got to look at is put this up in here. This last bit needs to be cut out because this is where the tunnel is going to be. So we'll need to cut a piece off of here as well. But now you can use this as a template for everything stacked on top. Okay, now on to the fun stuff. We're going to fit all these pieces up there, make sure they all fit up the way we want, and what? We got a gap. That's all right, we'll fill that right on in. We'll use the hot glue gun, put all our pieces together and get everything fit up, because then we're on to our favorite part. We're going to get out the hot foam cutter and get to cut up some foam. I really like how this thing works, and it makes huge difference in how things look.
It's also creating a lot of pieces we can use for other things on the layout.
So this upper part, we're going to do a mountainside like we did on the other side. So it's a thin piece that fits up along the backdrop. And then we'll fill in some of that area with Sculptamold. But I think this is a pretty good effect. Now we just do a little final trimming to get the shape we want.
Okay, now that Dad's got our tunnel portal in place and all that work done, it's time for us to go in here and we're going to fill in and create an area to rise into our second layer. We've got this piece of Luan affixed here on the end that's going to help us with making sure that we have a nice clean edge right here so that when we build onto the swing bridge, everything fits together nicely. So let's get busy with that. We're going to get our foam, our hot glue, and get down to work.
So this is really the fun part of the build here, because we're going to use all these scrap pieces we've been hanging onto and filling full of boxes and fit them in there. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle. And we don't want to worry too much about some gaps. We just want to make sure all the pieces are supported as we go up. Because we're going to come back with that foam cutter again. Because you know me, if there's foam, I want to cut it.
Dad's becoming a pro at shaping these pieces here. which is pretty funny because when I go to glue them down, I get them all mixed up.
Okay, now that we're done with all those shenanigans, now comes the fun part. We're going to get out the hot foam cutter and we're going to cut the contours into our slopes and define this whole river valley area real well. Of course, this is just our first cut. We'll come back and we'll define this a little better as we go. Oh, just broke the stupid wire. Yeah. Okay, with that fixed, let's get back to cutting. These foam cutters are such a great tool for this hobby. What I'm liking about it is you can come in there and give a rough cut to the shape that you're wanting, and then you can come in and fine tune it, just taking little slivers and slices here and there until you get absolutely the shapes you want. And what's really fine about it is, depending on the direction you're moving, you kind of get this really nice textured effect on a whole big long cut like that, so it really looks like it's already eroded.
And we make such a mess with the pieces though.
Damn it, I just broke the wire again.
We'll get everything out, but new one.
Okay. Okay, so we broke a second wire, which is crazy because we did the whole mountain the whole time, never broke a single wire. All of a sudden I'm snapping them like crazy. That's okay. So I kind of like the steepness of this, and I'll probably ease this edge a little bit to sand all that. And I wanted a big flat up here so we got room to put a few trees and some brush and other things up in there. But I could ease just a little more here. Because I got a nice plaster cast rock I'm thinking would be really nice right along that area. Just going to ease this edge just a little bit here. Okay, so I had a couple of spots along the inside I need to work on. So I got this area here. Had a little bit of an edge sticking up. And another one over here. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. Now you'll see there's a few areas where there's some gaps. And a lot of this will get covered with plaster cloth and you won't even see it. But some of these larger gaps, I've got a lot of Sculptamold, so I think I'll fill some of these areas in a little bit first. just to make sure we got the kind of look that I want once I put that fiber cloth in. But I think my general shape is looking pretty doggone good. I think this is going to be pretty awesome.
There's been so many new things on the layout, it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, this flat, I'm really happy with how that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so good. That was kind of a long-term planning item.
Yeah, you started that quite a while ago. Well, there you go. We've got a lot of work done on the layout this week, and it's drastically changed the appearance of the layout.
Yeah, I got to say, it's really nice to see the vision we've had in our head really starting to come to life. So I can really see where we're going with this now. You know? So now we're really excited to move on and start getting some of this scenic work done. But in the meantime, you guys have a good time running your trains, working on your layouts.
Make sure you hit like and subscribe so you're notified of our next video.
And we'll see you back here again next time on Getting Back on Track with Steve
And Roxy.
Bye, all.
Guys.